SBC. I'm glad you all clicked in so I can check in with you. This is the first week of games in the 2013 season in the NFL. And these are the games to watch. Or at least I'll be watching. I want to see what my fellow TTCers are going to have to say about some of these games. All right, I ain't going to hold you up too much. I'm not going to be holding anybody up too much anyway. What the heck? Shoot, I got a buddy of mine swinging by here to pick me up in short order. Gonna head over to High Hop. All right, this is what we got. Cowboys and G-Men, of course. If you want to hear what my commentary is about that, check out my Cowboys Giants Hate Week video. Okay, one game I'm gonna watch is Packers at the 49ers. That's 4:25 p.m. The 49ers are a 4.5 point favorite. I'm taking the Packers. As you know, the Pack closed out 2012 in the division playoff game. Kaepernick ran for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Passed for 263 yards and 2 touchdowns. The running game is going to rest on the shoulders of running back Eddie Lacy, and that's for the Packers. They haven't had a running game since I don't know how long. So we're going to see how that's going to turn up. Plus a little bit of a revenge factor. Most ball players say, no, we don't. But no, sometimes when you get waxed, you get taken out hard, you get beat, not to go to that chip, and you know what it's like to win that championship. It makes it not harder, makes you hungrier. Okay, Falcons at the Saints, 1 p.m. Saints are 3-point favorites. I got the Falcons. Last year, the Falcons were 13-3, placed first in the NFC South, but lost in the NFC Championship game. The Saints last year were 7-9 and second in the NFC South. Didn't even get a sniff of the playoffs. That was because of damn well Bounty Gate. Now you got Sean Payton coming back, and you've got Rob Ryan taking over for Williams, the man who was handing out the dollars, and they said, nah, it wasn't happening. So we're going to see how that shapes up. Alrighty now. One last note, Tony Gonzalez is coming back for his 17th year, and they've added Steven Jackson to the Falcons in their running game. Let's see how that's going to pan out. See if the Falcons can really take it to the Saints. And now I have picked the Saints. I had picked the Falcons. If you hadn't seen my weekly picks, I'll just update you here real quick. All right, Monday night we got the Eagles and the Redskins. Of course, I'm going to watch that because that's an NFC East tilt. Redskins are favored by 4. It's a 7 p.m. game. I got the Redskins at home. The Eagles were 4-12 in the 4th place in the NFC East last year, and they got a new coach named Chip Kelly. Excuse me, 1,000 pardons for that, folks. Let me get some of my coffee. Now, we've got Chip Kelly coming over here in the NFC East, coming out of the college ranks, and he is going to bring his up-tempo type of scheme here to the NFL, which means that get the ball out faster. You know, get up to the line of scrimmage, call your plays. They don't want, most coaches don't want their players dawdling. They want as many offensive plays as possible. That's what this up-tempo type of offense brings you. But we've been seeing it for the last dozen or so years with Peyton Manning with his no-huddle offense. Come up to the line of scrimmage and call the calls there. Hello. Excuse me. One last thing. Let's see if RG3 is not thinking about that knee. How will he react when he gets hit? I'm going to want to see what some of these Redskin TTCers have to say about that. I'll be watching this game. All right, the other Monday night tilt will be the Texans at the Chargers. The Texans are a 4-point favorite, and I've taken the Texans. Now, the Texans were 12-4, first place in the AFC South, and they lost in the AFC division round. Gary Kubiak is in his 8th year. Is there a possibility that he could be on the hot seat? Pretty good run by the team the last 2 years. I don't think he's going to be on the hot seat. They're probably going to give him a reprieve. But if things don't turn out well for Kubiak this year, you know, he could be a coach on the hot seat for next year. All right, I've taken the Texans on that one. Now, the Chargers, they were 7-9 last year, second in the AFC West. And they've got head coach Mike McCoy his first year. They got rid of North Turner and the other GM, so they've got in McCoy and a new GM over there in San Diego, and let's see how that comes out. I understand that they've been out there building the offensive line for Philip Rivers. Duh, you should have did that for years. You had LaDainian Tomlinson and all that, so let's see how that pans out. Now, I'm going to close this out by saying this. Tebow only wants to play quarterback. Yo, family, go to Canada. Play in the Canadian Football League. There's a guy in the Hall of Fame, Warren Moon, went up there, won a couple of those CFL titles, and he's in the NFL Hall of Fame for what he done down here. Now, yo, dude, that's the only thing I suggest, because bottom line is, you're not going to play another down in the NFL if you don't pick another position. That's right, you heard it from Mr. Batch. I said that. If he doesn't play another position, there's no way he's going to be playing quarterback for anybody in the NFL. And last but not least, Dan Trevathan. Yes, that was the Ravens at the Broncos. I took the Ravens and the points. Peyton Manning changed up that whole thing and said, "What? Are you nuts? Take that, fam!" And he rolls a 7. But the whole thing about this is Dan Trevathan. I'm sorry if I mixed up the young man's name, but hey, sorry, I'll get it right, because you're going to be known forever. Forever. Almost like Leon Lett. Well, Leon Lett had somebody knock the ball out of his hand, but what's with these kids? All they want to do is worry about going to the back of the end zone to do their dance. Yo, play football first, then worry about trying to get your signature out there so everybody's out there watching you, and play the game first. Celebrations come later. And then you had the nerve to be George acting with Jack Del Rio. Yo, he wasn't a bad ball player back in his day, so he understands the game. And then these young guys, you know, you want to get, yo, suck it up, take it like a man, you messed up. This is Mr. Batch. I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.